One of the things you'll likely be tasked with doing when you create your RoboHelp projects is making sure that it is accessible to learners with disabilities. Specifically, in this instance, I'm talking about what do you do with images so that someone who is blind can understand what's being shown on screen when it comes to images. Now, automatically out of the box, when you publish your project, the output will be accessible, meaning someone with an assistive device, the text that you see on screen will be read out loud to someone who cannot see that text. That is not an automatic thing when it comes to images. So when you add an image to your RoboHelp project, I've added this image to my alcohol policy topic. If I click on the image, take a look at the content properties over here on the right, and you can see that I've added some alternate text and I've added an image title. Now, the alternate text is the text that is read out loud if the image cannot be displayed or the learner who is blind has an assistive device. That text will be read out loud. I'm going to preview the topic and just to show you what the image title will do. In preview mode, if I hover my mouse over the image, I can see the title. So that's great. You should definitely add the titles as a pop-up for anyone who hovers their mouse. I'll go back to author mode here. So when you add your images, definitely want to think about adding both alternate text and the title. And again, I'll click on the image and you can see the alternate text area here. Now remember, the difference between the alternate text and the image title is the image title shows up if the learner engages with that image with their mouse, like hovers above it. The alternate text is read out loud if the image is not displayed or cannot be seen. You see, I've made my alternate text and my image title different. Also notice in my alternate text, I didn't write the words here, image of. And the reason I don't do that is because keep in mind that with an assistive device, when a reader reads the image, it's going to identify this object as an image already. It might say image or it might say picture, and if you've got the word image in your alternate text and the reader says image, it's kind of a double down on what the visually impaired learner is going to hear. So as a best practice, you just type the alternate text and explain what's happening in the image, like I've done here. Now the other thing about working with images, let me go ahead and find this image here in my assets. Inside images. Now, if I bring in this alcohol image a second time, you see I put it side by side with the first one. If I click on the image, notice that the alt text and the image title doesn't come in, which becomes a problem if you want to reuse this image in a different topic. So as an example, I want to open up the drugs topic, which I'll locate here inside drug policy. And perhaps I want to use that alcohol image again, so I'll press enter and go back to images. And I'll bring the alcohol image in. And if I click on the image and look at my content properties, I don't have that alternate text and that image title. Now I have to retype it or type something different. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is delete that image that I just brought in. And what a lot of people don't realize, if I go back to my alcohol policy topic, I'm going to copy the image. I'm going to go back to my drug policy topic. And when I paste, not only do I get the image, but I also pick up the alternate text and the image title previously used. So there is not currently a way in RoboHelp to add common alternate text or titles to images across the whole project. That would be a great feature to add in the next version of RoboHelp. I'm using RoboHelp 2022 here, so maybe 2023, 2024. If you think that's a good idea, let Adobe know on their feature request forms. For now, this is your best option. Just copy and paste the image that already has the alternate text and paste it into other topics. You'll gain the alternate text and those topic titles.